talking about NBA Live Mobile Season 1 and the rewind of NBA Live Mobile Season 1. Here is going to be what is going to be about NBA Live Mobile Season 1, all of the modes and different sets and all of that stuff, and the different, just an overview of it, so like a rewind. Let's get into it. So first, let's start with an overview of NBA Live Mobile 1, Season 1. Season 1 was the first season of NBA Live Mobile and was, by many people, the greatest season of all time in NBA Live Mobile. It had a huge player base, including likes of QJB, Troydan, Flight Reacts. Ton of other players were playing this game. This game was very popular back in the day. So, it's mostly similar, but has changed. Is kind of different than NBA Live Mobile Season 6. Including having many different, like there's a map and all of that stuff. There's the teams upgrades are different. You can, all of that stuff is different. So there was so much stuff in NBA Live Mobile Season 1. Like the promos had like many sets that you can do. A lot of stuff was free to play. You could play the game for hours because there was so much stuff to do. There was like daily objective stuff also. And then there was also many, like there was like so many things on the map, basically the events, that you could do a lot of grinding and stuff. And there was a ton of packs in the store. Many packs in the store were very good, and there's a lot of bundles in the store with cash you can buy it. Really fun. And there was, even as we will get into deeper, coin packs and stuff. So NBA Live Mobile Season 1 was very fun, and you could like grind this game for hours. So much content in this game, and we'll dive deep into the content. Let's get into the first mode. You can do seasons, head to head, and all of that was in the map. So a lot of events were on the map. You could play like, it was kind of like Live Today, but instead of having only a little stuff without the main stuff, everything was on that map. So it was pretty crazy. Let's go on to the next thing. First thing we have is the live events. So instead of promos and campaigns right now, or even like whatever is called limited time events, there was a whole map, and there was a ton of new events coming out, and there's a ton of like events throughout the year. There was like legends throughout the year. There was flashbacks. There was all that stuff. Hardware Classics was the legends, I believe. There was Team of the Year, which was a big thing. And then there was the main promo. Not really a promo. There's just a lot of events on the map. You could get like stamina, coins, cash on the map. And there was a lot of stuff in the map. There was like this where you play 20 events and you can just get a Paul Pierce 97 overall plus player retirement player. So that's really easy. And there was also like Gauntlet where you get Dr. J, was a huge thing. You can get it for all 5 positions. There's a lot of stuff on the there's a lot of stuff in the events. I'll show you more. A lot of variety in this. So there was like Steph Curry, where you play at the game Steph Curry, you play an event, get a chance to get Steph Curry. It was like 24 hours player, and then there's like shoot around. There's a ton of like variety in this game. That's why I made it fun. Much variety in this game. Also objectives, like you can get some rewards with that, but not much. And then they had the scoreboard for like games, which is kind of cool. And then so stamina is basically much less than now. It's only like the max was only like in the teens, but the event stamina was much less also. And then cash and coins was crazy. We'll talk about that later. Levels level 50 was the max. So yeah, let's go on to the seasons and head to head. The seasons and head to head were basically the same thing as now. Head to head is just playing with your friends, I believe. So you could just play with your friends, but it was easier. You still probably needed Facebook though. And then seasons was basically the same as now. You play games versus other teams. I used to always play season NBA Live Mobile Season 1. But instead of like the Bill Russell set right now we have, it is like you get a pack after every game. And it can maybe give good stuff. I think it's just a random pack that gives anything. Gameplay is similar to now, although there's a few tweaks. Now when they score, you just see them have like the user steal right now. We just see the user steal is just playing, and there wasn't any stats showing you that like the player was contested, guarded, or something. That was a new transition for the scores. But mostly gameplay has been really much the same since NBA Live Mobile Season 1 to Season 6. Just like the scoreboard change, also like the thing when you score, it changed. So yeah, it's not really much. I mean, they track your points in this. They don't track it, but like they give you which player scores, so you can actually count how many points you scored. So yeah, let's go on to the next thing. I believe there was no showdown in Season 1, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there was no showdown. There might have been showdown, but I have no idea. Alright, going on to we have NBA Live Mobile League versus League. Now, League versus League is basically the same thing of the format where you verse another league, you find the opponent and stuff. But there was League versus League Masters in NBA Live Mobile Season 1. So you could like, I believe you just play League, you get some of the tokens, then you can get the Master. But it took a long time, but it was worth it. I believe NBA Live Mobile should bring this again because League, you get stamina bottles, which is pretty helpful, but if you get a player, it will have more people playing League. But NBA Live Mobile Season 1 had League versus League Masters, which is kind of crazy. And it was 5 Masters. So yeah, let's go on to the next mode. NBA Live Mobile Season 1 had 6 lineups or 5. So it has two-way, small ball, big man, shooting, lockdown. And then sometimes it had something like, you know, like a seasonal or like a, you know, what is it called? A promo lineup. So Season 1 had Summer Court lineup, which was a huge ending promo where there's like a ton of 99s. Summer Court's one of the best promos in history of NBA Mobile. This is much better because, you know, right now we have like finesse players and like strategic power, but they're not all in a. We have an ultimate team too, so ultimate teams are. But this NBA Live Mobile Season 1 defense, not lockdown, sorry, defense, big man shooting, which helped because you can have 25 players on your lineup and not just 5, 10. I mean 10. You have 25 players on your lineup, which help you because you actually grind for more players. And like some promos, they don't give power, strategic, or finesse players, so it's not too good for your team as you wanted to make it boost and also just get more players on your team will be more fun to grind and actually be useful for your players. Also, boosters were here, definitely. There was also all the abilities were here, like the clutch ability, the ability for in the paint, and yeah, there was 3-point clutch ability. There was some boosts, like as you see that Steve Kerr on Big Man. There he had 3-point boost, so the boost had like +2, +4, +8. So yeah, let's go on to the store. The store had a lot of packs. As you see, there was like bundles of 5,000 bundle, the 10,000 cash bundle, and a 1,000 cash bundle. There was a ton of packs. Like it says offer ends on June 2nd. There will be another batch and another batch. There's a lot of packs. That's why many people at pack openings spent money because of these packs. There are so many bundles, and they actually help a lot for your players for the promo to get the promo pack. So many of these packs had like different variety of players. Like if the cornucopia packs were really good, of course, you get a lot of good players. There's a lot of different players you could get, but this right now showing on the screen is a finals pack. So it'll give you some tokens for the finals promo and players, which you will definitely need for the sets. I'll show the sets later, but the sets are very important because there was literally maybe 1 or 2 point based promo. Mostly every promo was set based. You play the events from the map, you spend some coins and cash, and then you like also use them for the sets. Now there's coin packs in NBA Mobile. Let me show you really. QJV a lot, but QJV, as you see, the throwback pack right there on the left is a coin pack. You can use 50,000 coins to get it, or you can use your cash, but it gives you a throwback pack. So you spend 200,000 coins, you get something like this, like a pack where you get a guaranteed throwback player, which is kind of nice because throwback players, Hardwood Classic players, can be used for sets and stuff like that. Let's go on to the next mode. There was like the summer courts, the promo right now, and then there's like players and all the other stuff. Like for the summer court, you trade in a lot of tokens plus players from packs and promo packs and also events, and then you can get players like Sean Kemp, and the sets were really most of the promos were about. The sets. Here's like a Vince Carter. You trade in players instead of tokens. You trade in more players every time. You trade in some elite players. Then you trade in those players, Seattle players, I believe. And you trade in 5 of that and 10. So the sets were really like fun because you grinded and it was like different. Like the promos were much different. So the sets were like you build up from one master to another master, and it was really cool. The map was like really good too. Like you can get it helped with getting the players and sets, and like you needed to unlock stuff. It was like a lot of unlocking. Here's the Julius Erving unlock, where you have to get 4 masters and the 4 tokens. So the sets were very long, but many people grinded it. So let's go on to the next auctions. Overall auctions are basically the same as now, but there was a huge difference. First of all, I forgot to say, the overalls only go up to 99 overall, which a lot of people like. Not many, because many cards are useless after being like the early cards, season 1, early season cards, 80 overall, masters only. They are useless once there's 115 overall. So this 99 overall cap can use them a little more, and they won't be as useless. But auctions, by the way, auctions are the one major difference in auctions is that the auctions you can actually sell something and find out the auction block and have like a friend buy it, because everything was player to player. Now it's bots to players because of coin sellers. Many people were selling with coins, see, as you see, there was no cap in what you can sell. Someone put like 101 and they actually sold so as 101. And then someone put it as 900 and 1,000 bid. It actually happens and people bid on it in live action. But now it's bots because coin sellers are, I believe coin sellers are illegal, so you can't. So that's why they try to stop it, and they put it to have bots which will help regulate the auction house without having to have coin sellers. But auction house was much easier to sell stuff than now, because of course it's live action players. If you put it at a reasonable price, then players should be able to buy them. All right, let's go on to, I believe that's all the modes that we have. Let's go on to finally the conclusion. Mobile Season 1 was a pretty good season. One of the best seasons in NBA Mobile, probably the best one. You now know most of the modes here. Let me just tell you some of the promos that were really good, including NBA Rulers, where I'll put a picture up here. NBA Rulers, where it was luck based, where you have to get all the play tokens for every team, and then you can trade them all for a 99 overall KD or something like that. Also, the Gauntlet, as I showed earlier, where you get 99 overall Dr. J 5. You can get it for 5 different positions. And then also, there was a promo Summer Courts, which I also showed you, where you can get like 97 overall Masters. Yeah, NBA Mobile was really popping back in the day. See, that's basically it. And NBA Mobile Season 1 rewinds. NBA Mobile Season 2 rewinds will come next week. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.